Well, the governor gave his budget address back in February, chock full of a wish list of programs he'd like to fund with the state's surplus.
Senate Republicans all but blew that up by calling for an income tax cut. As Dennis Owens reports, it is certainly a popular notion, but is it politically possible?
The budget I bring before you this morning is a painful but necessary first step.
Governor Rendell's budget pain led to a personal income tax increase from 2.8% to 3.07%. 21 years later, with roughly $14 billion in reserves, Senate Republicans want to roll it back to 2.8%.
If the belief is we have too much money in the bank account, then let's take it and bring it back to the people that put it there in the first place.
Now is the time to invest some of that $14 billion surplus.
But Governor Shapiro's budget wants to spend on seniors and mass transit, public schools, higher ed, and more. Investments that will pay dividends, Democrats insist, and make up for years of underfunding vital programs.
We should stay the course of making the targeted investments that we know don't just bring us a dollar back, but brings us multiple dollars back into the state's coffers.
Nobody wants to pay more taxes, including myself.
Repeal the Ed Rendell personal income tax increase.
House Democrat Ed Nielsen concedes calling for a tax cut is popular and politically shrewd, and he notes several Senate Democrats joined Republicans in voting for it. But he says he won't. Cut taxes. You could actually cut income taxes. You'd be a hero.
We would be a hero for a little bit, because then the bill becomes due. And that's the scary part.
But as budget negotiations heat up, it's clear Republicans have a pretty hot talking point.
We should be looking for new and better ways to ensure that the government isn't taking the money that we don't need.
But Harris reminds what the state fails to pay for, somebody else does.
You and I both know, Dennis, when the state doesn't provide the resources necessary, the local government raises taxes to do it.
The point of all of this is to drive our agenda to the House, to the governor, make it clear on where we stand, and then we'll negotiate where we need to negotiate and come to a consensus.
And the conventional wisdom here at the Capitol is that this latest budget wrinkle all but guarantees the budget will not be done by the June 30th deadline. At the state Capitol, Dennis Owens, ABC 27 News.